Hi guys, it's Xenia. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I have yet another affordable perfume haul. This is like one of my OG videos. You guys love these, I love these. So I have 6 perfumes to show you guys, and all of them with the exception of one are $20 and under, but even that exception only goes up to like $30, so we're not too far off. And I will let you guys know where I got all of them as we go through the video. So with all that being said, let's just jump straight into it. Before we do get started though, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and turn your post notifications on, and let's go. I feel like I always have something to say before I actually start the video, but there's always something coming up. If I look weird in this video, like I feel like I'm a little bit swollen, and if I'm talking a little bit weird, I have a wisdom tooth that is actually infected. I got antibiotics for it. Long story short, it's like literally tearing through my jaw right now, and it's so painful. Like my jaw hurts, my throat hurts, literally everything on this side of my face hurts, my head hurts. So if I'm like a little bit out of it in this video, if I'm talking a little weird, I don't know, maybe I'm not, I'm trying not to, but that's why it's very uncomfortable and very painful. Anyways, with all that said, let me just get started. So I don't know what was up with me and Banana Republic when I was shopping, but I have 3 Banana Republic perfumes to show you first. So the first one I'm going to start off with is my absolute favorite that I found, and that is Banana Republic Peony and Peppercorn. It comes in like this really light pink box, and Banana Republic fragrances, at least the ones that come in this packaging, there's a ton of them, they just look so high-end to me, and these are literally $20 if you find them at Burlington. If you go the online route, you're definitely gonna end up paying more for them. I will try to link the cheapest that I could find them in the description, as I usually do, but online there's just always more than how much you could find them in actual store. This is the perfume. I have another perfume in this kind of packaging, which was my Black Cherry and Amber, which is another kind of known dupe for Baccarat Rouge, but with a little bit of like a cherry twist, and that's a really nice one. It smells very high-end. This one, at first, before I kind of got into Peony, I would see this perfume and it just seemed like something that would be very floral. And I used to normally stay away from those scents, but lately, I don't know if it's because of the warmer weather, it has just really inspired me to really just dive into florals. I really like sweet florals, and I've just come to realize Peony is one of my favorite florals. I'm actually not really sure what peppercorn is. I try to look it up and it seems like it's a tiny little, I think it's a fruit. This perfume smells so good. This is spring and summer in a bottle, particularly spring. It's so soft and so feminine. My husband actually really loved this. I sprayed this around him and he was like non-stop complimenting me. It's a fresh, sweet, soft floral scent. Definitely a more modern floral scent. It doesn't smell dated. And there is kind of like a soft powderiness to it. I'm not really sure what that's coming from, and it's not like too pronounced or like just too powdery, but this is just like the perfect amount of powdery that kind of almost gives this like a little bit of a creamy vibe. Like it's not so much of like a very like fresh floral. It's not the most long-lasting fragrance that I have, but it's also not the worst performance as well. This has top notes of pink pepper and bergamot, middle notes of rose, pink peony, and plum, and then base notes of musk and cashmere wood. If I could kind of point out the top notes that I personally smell out of this, it would definitely be that pink peony. It definitely has that like sweet floral, just pink floral vibe. Just think of like pink flowers. And then it has a fruitiness to it, kind of like a zesty fruitiness. I think it's the combination of the pink pepper and the bergamot, but I really enjoy this. It's a super pretty, soft, feminine scent. If you like scents like Chanel Chance Eau Tendre, Bright Crystal by Versace, Coach Poppy, I don't know, I'm just trying to like name a few off the top of my head that I think this is kind of like in the same realm in. I always like to do that in case you guys recognize those fragrances, so that it could kind of give you a little bit of like perspective of what this smells like. And coming from somebody that doesn't normally like florals, this is a really pretty, like just beautiful, soft, girl next door type of floral scent. So definitely recommend that for the spring and summer. That is Peony and Peppercorn by Banana Republic. All right, so I just bit my tongue. So I have another fragrance that's by Banana Republic, and it's in this same packaging, in the same collection. This one is called Tobacco and Tonka Bean. Going into this, I definitely knew that this was obviously not gonna be a spring or summer scent whatsoever. I mean, tobacco and Tonka Bean, that just sounds like a recipe for disaster when it comes to spring and summer. But I read some of the reviews, and I was actually doing a lot of research on this, and it kind of took me a while to actually go ahead and buy this. I am definitely not a fan of smoky tobacco scents. I don't like to smell like that. Like, I don't like to smell like I just chain smoked. And then also, I haven't really had such an amazing experience with just like purely Tonka Bean scents. I think Tonka Bean is a really beautiful scent when it's mixed with a lot of other notes. I don't really tend to love it so much when it's like alone. But I was looking at a lot of the reviews on Fragrantica. I was trying to just look up some videos of anybody that really talked about this. There's actually not much about this on YouTube. And somebody in the comments, which was honestly the reason why I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy this. Somebody said that this smells like the argan oil that you like use for your hair. It's like a kind of a masculine type of scent. And I love the smell of argan oil. Just smelling this straight out the bottle, not even spraying. This straight up smells like chocolate. If I was blindfolded and you put this up to my nose, I would think that you were holding a bar of chocolate up my nose. So this has notes of Mirabelle plum and pear, middle notes of tobacco leaf and coconut, and base notes of tonka bean and vanilla. This is definitely a fall and winter scent. Like, it's a thick, very sweet scent. If you don't like sweet perfumes, you just skip this. Don't even like look in this direction. It's very sweet. I definitely get that argan oil smell in here. This is definitely a unisex scent. Surprisingly, all of the perfumes that come in this collection, this one, dark cherry and amber, this one, I believe there's a couple other ones, they're actually all unisex, so they're not just like feminine scents. Although I don't know why this one is in the unisex category, because I find this super feminine, but this one definitely does. And actually a dupe for this is Zara's Rich Warm Addictive. So if you're into that perfume, then you're probably going to like this. This is a very rich, gourmand-esque, super sweet, creamy because of that coconut and the tonka bean. The tobacco in here is not very pronounced. I don't find this smoky. I find it a little bit spicy, but not smoky. I do like this fragrance. It's definitely a lot. So I definitely don't think that this is a safe blind buy, especially if you don't like incredibly sweet fragrances. As far as this being called tobacco and tonka bean, I definitely think the tonka bean overshadows the tobacco like by a lot. I don't really smell much tobacco in here, which for me is perfectly fine because like I said, I don't really like that type of scent in the first place. I think I'm going to hold on to this until it starts getting a little bit cooler, which I don't even want to think about because I don't like the fall and winter. But yeah, that is Tobacco and Tonka Bean by Banana Republic. And then the very last Banana Republic perfume that I have is called Rosewood. I saw this one at Burlington, which if I didn't already say, I got both of these and this one at Burlington, and they were all $20. So this one I was not originally gonna get, but I was kind of just there and I was just trying to research all of the perfumes that they have, and I just saw this and I was like, let me just quickly research it. I'm probably not gonna buy it. I don't know how it's gonna smell. It's a very simple composition, but what really like the thing that made me want to buy this is when I looked at the This Perfume Reminds Me Of section on Fragrantica. One of the perfumes that came up was this guy right here, which is called Mini Sexy. This perfume was the perfume of my childhood. I grew up with that perfume. I'm pretty sure it was probably like 15 euros or something. Like, it was very inexpensive, but it smelled really good, at least to me, in my like 10-year-old brain. When I saw that, I was like, yes, I'm snatching that up. The notes in here are bergamot, tea, and amber. Those are literally the 3 notes that this has. It looks like a little like UFO. This is one of those perfumes that I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about it. I'm usually pretty black and white with perfumes, but this one, I don't know. I don't hate it. Like, I can straight up say that. I don't think it reminds me of Mini Sexy. I mean, I haven't had that perfume in like over a decade, but I feel like if this really reminded me of it, I would have more of like a liking to it. I cannot decide because now smelling it here, I really actually like it. Like, it smells very, very good to me. It's a very mature scent. It smells pretty like rich and expensive. It doesn't really smell like a cheap type of scent. It's very powdery. It's almost like a baby powder-esque type of smell to it. It's kind of just like powdery amber, and that is all I'm getting from it, with like kind of like maybe a slight woodiness to it. It definitely has a fresh aspect to it, but I think overall the way that I would describe this as being like a very, very powdery type of scent. Like, if you literally just mix powder and amber together, I think that's what you would get. I don't know if the tea is what's making this kind of smell fresh, or if it's just the bergamot smelling that. I'm actually not really picking up either of those notes. I just do get a fresh vibe. So I know that that freshness is coming from one of those two. But I think the standout note is definitely amber. I want to say that this is too mature, but it's definitely not a immature scent. I'm still trying to figure this out. I definitely need to wear it more. It's a new scent in my collection, so I need to definitely wear this more to kind of really give you guys like my full opinion on this. But as for now, this is definitely a like. It's not a hate. It's just not like very, very high up in my perfume. It's just not up there with like the perfumes that I really, really love yet. So yeah, that is Rosewood by Banana Republic. All right, next up, I have a really exciting scent. So I actually did a video all about like Target fragrances, like the perfumes that they sell at Target. I will link that video up here if you're interested in seeing that. But since that video, Target, or should I say Mixbar, has actually released, I believe it's just 2, I don't know if there's more, but I'm pretty sure it's just 2 new fragrances in their line. I've actually seen a lot of other fragrances that they've released recently. Like, I think they redid the whole Solely Notes perfumes. They have some new Pacifica scents and some new Good Chemistry scents, or I think that they just like revamped Good Chemistry. So there's a lot of new stuff at Target right now, but I picked this up as soon as I found out that Mixbar had new scents, because I genuinely just really, really love this house. One of the perfumes that they released was Whipped Almond. When I saw that, I ran to Target because obviously this sounds right up my alley. The other perfume that they had was something hibiscus. I will put it up here if I can remember, but I know it was like something hibiscus, and I did smell it. It just wasn't, it didn't wow me. It was kind of like a fresh floral scent, and it was a little bit too zesty for my liking. It was pretty. I just don't really go for scents like that. Let's talk about Whipped Almond. So the composition of this is pretty simple. It doesn't have top, middle, or base notes. It just kind of has like a lineup. So there's almond, milk, iris flower, and sandalwood in here. I don't think it's like groundbreaking, but I do really like this. It reminds me of a shampoo, but not like the typical shampoo like smell. It smells like those really sweet like vanilla type of shampoos. This is very, very similar to one of my absolute favorite body sprays from Bath and Body Works, which is Almond Blossom. It's very similar to that. So if you have Almond Blossom, this smells exactly like it. It's like that soft, creamy almond scent. That milk also gives it that creamy vibe. It smells kind of like vanilla to me, even though there is no vanilla that's listed. It kind of has like a slight woodiness to it. That iris flower, I'm not really picking up at all. I don't get a floral vibe in here at all. It just smells like creamy almond. I also find a little bit of like a powdery aspect to this. It's very slight, but it's definitely there. That's basically like what I'm getting out of Whipped Almond. I really, really like it. It's not like love, I'm like blown away, oh my god, but I will definitely be wearing it. It's very, very comforting and like a very cozy type of scent. Like, I almost feel like this is the type of scent that you wear to like curl up on your couch and watch like a nice cozy movie. So that is Mixbar Whipped Almond, and this is like $20 at Target. This next scent, I've actually gotten this a while ago, but I have never really shared it with you guys. This is by Lacoste. This is my very first Lacoste perfume that I have ever owned in my life. This is Eau de Lacoste L1212 Pour L Eau Fresh. It has a really long name. Obviously, the name will be on the screen. I think that there's a few of these. I think this is like a flanker of the original. I'm pretty sure this is not the original, but it looks like this. And I picked this up at Ross, I believe, for either 20 or like 15. So this has top notes of grapefruit, pink pepper, yellow mandarin, middle notes of water notes, magnolia, Egyptian jasmine, and base notes of musk and Indonesian patchouli leaf. This is one of those, ooh, this is so pretty though. It reminds me a lot of Versace Bright Crystal. This is like a very, again, springtime scent. I think the packaging definitely gives that away, but it also has a sweetness to it. It's very like fresh, it's very fruity, a little bit zesty. I think this definitely smells like something that Chanel, like Chance, the line of Chanel Chance would come out with. It's a very like fresh, watery, almost aquatic floral with like a pink type of sweetness to it. Not like in a sugary way, but in like a sweet floral type of way, if that makes any sense. Again, it's like that typical soft, pretty, feminine scent. It's a flirty type of scent, nothing really like sexy or loud. Very classy, very elegant, and perfect like springtime scent. That's really all I can say about this. It's just like a really uncomplicated scent, so I'm not gonna try to like explain this to be anything more than that. So that is Lacoste, I don't even know what it was called, L1212 Pour L Eau Fresh. So we have made it to the last perfume of this video. So this is the only perfume that is not $20. It's actually $32, which I think is a little overpriced for how much product that you get. Like, I think it's kind of ridiculous, but I think it's just because it's a brand new release. It's sold at Ulta. It definitely should be a lot lower in my opinion. I think it should be like $20 because it's literally, you're getting 0.5 fluid ounces of product. But anyway, a lot of you guys told me to try out these little fragrances when they came out. There's a bunch of these in this line and I did smell all of them and none of them smelled bad, but this was definitely my absolute favorite. The other ones, I was either just not really impressed or I had scents like them in my collection, but this one definitely stood out to me. This is the Juicy Couture We Play. And this one in specific is called Decadent Queen. And like I said, this is a very small, like, look at this perfume. It's super tiny. I think all of like the jewel and bedazzling and like the cap is huge, so it kind of makes it look like it's not as small as it is, but it's like very small. Like you literally get that much liquid in here. So I guess a good one to travel with. I don't find this super practical if this was like your only perfume, because you're gonna run out of it in like a week. If you're using this stuff every day, you're literally gonna run out of it in a week. But as far as scent, I do really like this. Like I really like it. I remember the first day I bought this and I wore it, I just kept smelling, oh, it smells so good. I think the reason why I love this is because this kind of reminds me of my Guess Seductive Noir. Like it's that type of scent, or Mon Guerlain by Guerlain, but it's not like that sharpness, like that patchouli that is in Mon Guerlain. This is super creamy and super smooth, but it's also like sweeter and more fresh than both of those perfumes that I just mentioned. This has cherry in it, so I think the number one thing that I smell out of this perfume is that cherry, and I am a huge fan of cherry perfumes. So this has top notes of cherry, pink pepper, white cyclamen, middle notes of plum, honeysuckle, pink peony, and base notes of amber, vanilla bean, and woodsy notes. This basically just has like almost everything that I love in a perfume. Like the cherry I can definitely smell. I definitely smell kind of like a hint of plum in here as well. Like it has that like juicy fruit, but like dark fruit sort of scent, like berries. And then I definitely get the amber, the vanilla, and then that nice woody sort of base. This is a scent that I know for sure you'll step out wearing and you'll get a million compliments. And although it's like a juicy scent, you would think of it to be a little bit more on the juvenile end. The other ones in this range that I smelled, I did find them to be more on the juvenile end and not so mature, but I find this one to be a very sexy, seductive, just really nice scent. It has like this dark vibe to it that I definitely see myself wearing like a nice outfit, a dress, heels. It gives me that type of vibe and I really enjoy this one. If you like juicy, dark cherry type of scents, you like the scent of vanilla, you like a little bit of like woodiness to it, even like almost like a tiny bit of like a spice to it, I would definitely recommend this. I think the packaging of this and the purple color that they gave it is definitely very fitting, because when I smell it, I don't know if that's just because of the packaging, but I definitely think of the color purple, like kind of like a plum slash grape, like that kind of dark berry type of scent. That is Decadent Queen by Juicy Couture. I definitely think Decadent Queen is like a very good name for it because that's what it smells like. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know any other fragrance recommendations that you have for me. Let me know any new fragrance buys that you guys may have picked up lately. But that is it for me today. Please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.